Am I in a robe on Al Gore's internet getting ready to tell you all about the drama that led up to the Venice Film Festival for Don't Worry Darling? Yes, I am. I'm sure many of you are sick and tired of this discourse, but some of you may be thinking, I had no idea there was any drama or any drama leading up to it. That's why I'm here. Let's take a walk down memory lane. Really, the drama is between four of these people: Florence Pugh, Chris Pine, Olivia Wilde, and Harry Styles. 2020, when this film is announced, everyone's really hype about it because there's Florence Pugh, Chris Pine, and Shia LaBeouf, who is a great actor, although problematic, which we'll get to in a second. Shia was replaced by Harry Styles. Initially, we thought that Shia was fired, but now, for reasons that we will get to later, we have found out is not the case. So filming for Don't Worry Darling starts in October of 2020 and it goes through February 2021. But in January of 2021, we get this photo of both Harry and Olivia holding hands, essentially confirming their relationship at a friend's wedding. All of this is speculation based on Florence Pugh's Instagram, so I just want to caveat that. But people noticed that she was not promoting Don't Worry Darling as much as she promotes her other projects on her feed. Also, Olivia had posted about Florence, praising her, but Florence did not interact with this post whatsoever. That as you will. More red flags were raised, okay, because Florence is talking to Harper's Bazaar, saying that she hates that this movie has been reduced to its sex scenes, and like that is not how she doesn't feel comfortable with that. But then Olivia in her interviews is really promoting the fact that this is like female pleasure and that was a big focus for her. So people are kind of like, WTF bait, these two seem to be clashing in every shape, way, and form. So everyone pretty much thinks there's a rift happening. Also, so much has happened, okay? At CinemaCon, Olivia Wilde is served with papers from Jason Sudeikis. It's a complete mess, and it caused a lot of drama. As press starts to ramp up for this movie, Shia LaBeouf comes back. Olivia says, I had to let him go because he was not living up to the standard that I demand on my sets. He's like, babe, guess what? You didn't fire me. I actually left the production because we didn't have adequate time to rehearse. By the way, Variety, here's the email I sent her. Also, here's a video of her asking me to hang on to see if we can work things out. And in that video to Shia, she's driving her car and she refers to Florence as Miss Flo, which is very, very important. Big drama arises again as Venice Film Festival comes up because it's like Florence is not doing the press conference. The press conference is like a pretty big part of being there. She is walking the carpet, but she's not doing the press conference that everyone's like, oh my God, this is only adding fuel to the fire. It's because she's shooting Dune 2 in Budapest. But you know who was also in Dune 2 and made it to his press conference? Mr. Timothée Chalamet. I know it's Timothy, okay? But I just like saying Timothée Chalamet. Listen, this doesn't really mean anything because people have different shooting and production schedules, so she very well could have been extremely busy and had to shoot her scenes and he was allowed to go. You kind of like stack the cast. But people still made a pretty big deal about it. Olivia then shut down questions about Shia LaBeouf, as well as just said that all the drama surrounding this feeds itself on the internet and kind of left it at that. But we aren't done. We still haven't made it into the film festival yet. I mean, we kind of have, but we haven't walked the carpet, which is very, very important here. I failed to mention that there was speculation that Florence made less money than Harry. I don't think that's been confirmed. She had thanked the crew and everybody that kept them safe on set, but didn't necessarily thank Olivia or anybody else in the cast. But again, none of that confirmed, all speculation. So she shows up to the Venice Film Festival to walk the carpet and she is unbothered. She's wearing this fabulous Valentino purple number, literally unbothered, carrying an Aperol spritz, just living her best life. She's like, I don't have to do press. I can just walk a carpet and look pretty, which good for you, girl. And then it's time for the premiere. And holy hell, this Valentino gown could not have been a better pick. I am shooketh, as the children say, shooketh. Maybe the children don't say that anymore. Florence brought her grandmother. There's some really cute photos on the carpet of Nick Kroll and Chris Pine taking photos of Florence. Everyone's just in a happy, jovial mood. And this photo happened and it set Twitter ablaze. People were analyzing this like they were the Department of Justice. The placement of all of these actors. Florence not next to Olivia. Olivia not next to Harry. Harry not holding on to anyone despite everybody else holding on to each other. Then the stylists get involved. So Carla Welsh, who is Olivia Wilde's stylist, on her story says, there's always more to the story. Seems a little cryptic, especially since she was dressing her for the Don't Worry Darling premiere. And then we get this post from Rebecca Corbin Murray, who is Florence's stylist, that simply just says, Miss Flo. Miss Flo. Then Spitgate happens. People allege that Harry spit on Chris Pine. I can't even get through this without laughing because it's so ridiculous. But people allege that Harry spit on Chris Pine. You can find the video, it's everywhere. Just go look at it, make assumptions for yourself. Why in the world would this man spit on a fellow actor at the Venice Film Festival? I ask you that. They already know there's so much drama surrounding this movie. Why add more? But friends, that's not even it. That's not even it. Apparently, Florence wouldn't even look at Olivia during the standing ovation, but the ovation would have gone longer if Florence hadn't made the first exit, having everybody follow suit. And for the record, Chris Pine's people say that Harry did not spit on him. The end.